here we are on a nice sunny day, and we're going to talk about grade 7 cross cutting and about grade 8 45-degree angles on a miter saw. I was searching for a square, and this square here is adjustable square. It's got a bevel on here as well, and it's got an automatic 90 degrees in here and a 45 degrees here. Very important for checking your cuts. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give a quick lesson on cross cut and on 45-degree angles. Here we go. Well, here we are. This is our miter saw, Mr. Green's miter saw, and it's just about identical to what you're going to see at Rock Heights. A couple of things that you have to know, and we're going to start with grade 7 cross cutting. You have to adjust it so you're at a 90 degrees, and there it goes, 90. And I just release the little clip here, and then what I do is I fix it nice and secure. Now it's all ready to go, except for what? Oh, it doesn't go up and down. Now this is very important because I do tell my grade 8s to secure old tools before they leave, and their responsibility is to lock the motor lock. So now it can actually go up and down. Now the grade 8s also use the sliding arm. So the sliding arm is this right back here, and you notice we can go back and forth. Grade 7s, we lock it up. You just do what they call a chop saw, which is just straight up and down. So we lock it there. So right now we're at 0 degrees. We've got it secured so it can only do a chop cut, and now we're ready to go. Carrying on, what I've done is I've brought out my nice adjustable square for grade 7/8, and we're just going to make a nice 90-degree mark. You notice that when I draw the line, I always like going twice so it's nice and dark, and I turn the pencil just slightly so the pencil always remains a sharp point on the end. Little carpentry trick. Now what I do is secure it on the machine. I make sure that if this is going to be my good piece, you can see I've got a nice 45-degree wedge cut at the end, and because I'm going to put in my guard, and I go on the waist side of the line. Perfect. You definitely don't want to be on the line, and you don't want to be on the wrong side of the line. When I use it, I always tuck my thumb in. It's called the thumb rule that all teachers use, and so you never put your thumb out. You always tuck it in, and you should be about 2 inches or 50 millimeters away. So then I start the motor. I always let the RPMs get up to about 3 seconds. So obviously when you're using this, you got to wear safety glasses like Mr. Green has on. These are special glasses. You should be using your earmuffs as well, but we're outside and it's not in a closed echo building like Rock Heights, so we can get away with that a little bit. And of course, like I said, we got a beautiful exhaust at Rock Heights, so we're not worrying about that. Next thing you're going to do is you want to check to make sure it is a 90. So we take our square, we bring it down, and you can see there's no daylight. If you want to put it up, if you have a window with a nice light, you can see that you can't see anything through this. So that's a perfect cut. Okay, now we're ready to switch to grade 8, doing the 45-degree angle, where you will see on your serving tray. Oh, good. So now we're going to do the grade 8 45-degree cut. The biggest thing that I always worry about with this machine whatsoever is the wood has to be right up against the fence, and your thumb has to be tucked underneath. And of course you should be wearing your earmuffs, which I have right here, but obviously when you're giving a lesson, you got to be able to hear the machine and making sure it's operating correctly. We've already gone through how to set it up. At the end of this lesson, I'll show you how to shut it down. Hey, so getting on to the 45-degree angle, the first thing we're going to do is take our adjustable square again, and it is 90 degrees as I showed you when we were doing the cross cut. And for the 45-degree angle, we just use the other side of the square. And we line up the body on the side and the tongue, which is the angle part, and we just turn our pencil slightly, twice, and we'll get a nice crisp line. And you can see the line that we're going to be cutting. The next thing we do is just place it right onto the miter saw, and we now put it to the 45-degree angle, and you can feel, when you go there, you can feel kind of a little click. We secure it on the handle like we did earlier, and then we line up the blade, and you should be just slightly about a millimeter away from the line, which is what it is right now. Secure it with my thumb tucked in. So this time, make sure that you take the pressure off of the sliding guide. That's very important, because now what we're going to do is this is going to be a nice drawn out motion where we're going to put down the saw and we're going to follow right through, and it's called a sliding bevel miter cut. This one right here is very safe to do. And again, turn on the power. So we slide it in and we turn on the power. And then we let it go, and we just wait. Wait until it stops, and then you bring it up, and then we double check. Always double check to make sure that you have the right angle. And again, putting my square up against, you can see it's just perfect. There's no daylight whatsoever in there. So here we have it now. We have the two cuts that we always use at Rock Heights. We have a cross cut, and we have a 45-degree angle cut. I love this machine. It's very quick. It's right on the money every time you cut, as long as you have it secured against. Sometimes if it's really big stock like this, I might use a C-square on it and a C-clamp. And now to secure it, we just bring down the motor, we secure the motor lock, and then we push it, make sure it's pushed right up against the wall, and then we secure the guide so that it will just not slide anymore. Voila, finished. Until next time, stay safe.